because at the end of the day, nobody got time for that. The way
Come on.
it's Arlisha. I'm a little sick right now, so my energy is not where it need to be. Sis got a hold of some bad Chipotle yesterday, got a little food poisoning situation or whatever, but I still want to get this content out every day like I said that I would. So I try my best to be a woman of my word. Not something I've always done, but it's something that I'm doing right now. So anywho, let's go. So this is not makeup and girl talk. This is a big sis talk because as y'all all know, anyone that's been like my true few, my day ones, you know I've been through some things. You know, I done did some things. I done said some things. We all have. Ain't nobody perfect. And if you claim you are, bitch, I know you fucking lying. But this is the topic of the day. So you let them back in. You know they're not shit. But you just want to see the good in everybody. Sometimes you can't see the good in everybody because some people don't have no do right in them. This is my own personal situation. So last year, I had a fallout with a person that I thought was very near and dear to me and turned out not to be. So recently, this lady has come back into my life. Well, at least attempted to. And I won't lie. Even though sometimes you have fallouts with your friends or whatever, you have your times and your moments where you're sitting back and you reminiscing and you missing them. And I'm lonely and I'm bored and you want to call them and see what's going on with them or whatever. Some people, you might want to be the bigger person. You might want to reach out and apologize and try to right your wrongs or whatever. But I'm learning, baby. Sometimes it's a blessing in that disconnect. Just leave well enough alone. Just leave it there. Just leave it there. And a lot of times we get on here and we talk about settling as far as like relationships or whatever. No, as far as like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife relationships. But a lot of times we settle in these friendships as well. Like I always say, how are you going to expect and require all of these qualities from me? You want me to be loyal to you? You want me to be there for you, support you? And if you got some good things coming up, we supposed to celebrate you. But when the tables is turned, when it's good things happening for me and when I got things I got going on, where you at? We supposed to break out the trumpet and say it's a celebrate for you. But can I get that same celebrate when it comes for me? Where my celebration at? Where my horns and balloons and stuff at? But I got to go out of my way to prove my loyalty and my love and my friendship to you. Like, no, we're not doing that. The purpose for me making this video, I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know what you're dealing with. I just like talking about real stuff. I don't like coming on here talking about a little teeny bopper bullshit or nothing like that. I like talking about real shit because you never know where people are in their life and what they're going through, what they're dealing with. And the things that I've gone through, hopefully I can help you get through your stuff. But like I said, I don't dot all my I's and cross all my T's. I'm still a work in progress. I'm still healing. I'm still learning more about myself. I'm still, hell, I done put myself back through therapy and everything because I'm trying to be complete and whole on my own. I don't need to go out here and have a bunch of nothing ass friends to make me feel happy and whole about myself. I don't need to go out here and entertain no fuck boys or nothing like that just to say I got somebody, just to fill a void or whatever. Ain't no voids. Ain't no voids over here. Ain't no voids. I'm filled up on my own. I'm happy on my own. You can't do shit for me but add to the happiness I already got within myself. I like myself. I love myself. Whether I'm made up or on here with not shit on my face right now, I love the fuck out of some Arlisha, Olivia, and Marshall, and I could give a damn if you do or a damned if you don't, okay? It's crazy. Like, I'm beginning to enter into a place where I'm not going to allow nothing and nobody to fuck up my peace. I'm learning not to respond to things the same way I used to because that shit was toxic. I always say, even when I go live on TikTok, it's always so easy to play the victim and point fingers at somebody else and say what they did. But when do you really take accountability and point them same fingers back at yourself and realize that you did some fucked up things as well? A lot of us we can't be accountable if somebody paid us to. Like, you're more comfortable with putting the blame on somebody else. No, it wasn't just that person. It was you too. And a lot of the things we go through, whether it be relationships or friendships or whatever, a lot of times it's showing us things that we need to change within ourselves. But are you going to stand up and do that shit? Or are you just comfortable getting attention and validation from these motherfuckers that really don't know you? So I said all that just to say, like, be mindful of the people that you have around you. Be mindful of the company you keep, because I know, like me, it's all love with me. I don't have a bit of animosity or hatred in my heart for anyone. Anyone that has ever crossed me, came for me, did anything to me, baby, I forgive you. And not for you, but for me, because I need all my blessings. I need all that. I need all that. You not about to hold up nothing that's meant for me, because I'm too busy over here harboring and holding on to some shit that you did. You sleeping good at night, but I'm still over here stressed out over some shit that you did, and I'm still holding on to it. I think not. So I'm learning to let go of things that serve me no purpose. I'm learning to let go of things that mess up my peace, disturb my joy and everything else. No, you don't have that dominion and power over me anymore. No. So I'm like, now with certain people, if I see you, I don't get that sour feeling in the pit of my stomach no more. I can handle seeing you. We can coexist. It's okay. We can speak. I'm not mad at you for anything. If anything, I took that anger that I took and was channeling to give to you or whatever, if that makes sense. The same anger I had towards you, I took that shit and I really, really broke it down. Like, you know what? I'm over here still angry and still holding on to this shit from the past, instead of really picking it apart and wondering, like, what did I learn from this? What did I learn about this other person? From this other person, I learned what I won't accept, that I'm worthy, that I've settled. I've learned that I deserve a lot better than that. I also learned how to treat people, how to talk to people, how to talk to people, not at people. I learned that I'm not always right. I learned that I could be more honest in certain situations, in every situation, to be honest, because baby, let me tell you something. When you tell one lie, you got to keep on adding to those lies and shit. My memory is about to be, I ain't got time for that. Just tell the truth the first time and be done. That's it. If it hurt their feelings, oh well. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, I'm learning how to have good relationships with people. I'm learning how to say no. I'm learning how to uphold my boundaries. And you're not selfish for having boundaries with people. If I don't want to do it, I don't feel like doing it, I know I ain't coming. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to come if I know in my heart I'm not. I'm just going to tell you no and be done. Like, oh my gosh, I used to be a makeup artist and I stopped doing it because I just burnt myself out. And then you got to be careful of the energies and stuff, especially finding out that I'm an empath and I take on other people's emotions and feel what they feel sometimes. And if you're allowing those people into your personal space, which I used to do makeup out of my home, you're allowing all these spirits and energies to come up in your house, know how they feeling, where their heads is at. They leaving shit all up and through your residence, and then it's fucking shit up because you're not really sitting here realizing, okay, at the moment, it was just about the money for me. But I'm tapping into my own little spirituality and all this type of stuff, and I'm learning, like, you're opening yourself up to all of these other energies and stuff. Like, let me make sure I'm covered. Let me cover myself before you come up in here, or let me say some prayers or something like this. Let me get this energy up out of here, because I've literally been around people that it felt like they were sucking the energy out of me. You got to be mindful of the company you keep, baby. You got to be mindful. And even as a business, be mindful of the customers that you even interact with, because all money ain't good money. I've had people come sit in my chair and talk so much mess about other makeup artists and other people. And then you log onto the internet and scroll, and the very same people that you were just sitting here talking to me about, you in the picture smiling at them or posing with them, sis this, sis that. But I'm like, I thought you couldn't stand them. And now you over here in their chair, or you over here booed up with them or something like that. And if you do it to them, baby, I know you're going to do it to me. So a lot of that was just on my nerves, and I completely just stopped doing makeup. And to this day, I be having people fussing me out, talking about doing faces. But I can't open myself up to that kind of energy anymore. And like I said, be mindful of the company you keep, because you could be looking at these people like it's all love, and they looking at you like competition or something. No. Before I left Maryland, I had a whole lot of people that I thought were friends. And if it's nothing that I didn't learn from my ex-husband, he used to always tell me, and he used to tell our kids as well, stop calling everybody your friend. Everybody is not your friend. You might know a lot of people, but it doesn't mean that they're your friends. He used to tell me that. And if I ain't learned nothing else from him, I definitely learned that, and he was right. So I'm like, I've learned a lot of people. I just know a lot of people. I'm not friends with a lot of people. I just know a lot of people. That's it. You don't know me. I mean, you just know me. You're not my friend. And I was even sitting on here. You know how everybody will hype you on Facebook. You got 5,000 friends and all this. Out of them 5,000 people, how many of these motherfuckers you gonna call? Can you call when you got something going on or when you need something? How many of these people can you call on? It's some shit hit the fan and pop off. How many of these 5,000 friends can you call? How many? So I'm realizing all of these things, and I just gradually started going through deleting people. You don't talk to me. You don't pour into me. You don't encourage me. You always on this motherfucker complaining. You always negative. You always got something to say. Sis, let me buy you a rose, because it sounds like you got some stress on you or something. Like you serve me no purpose. You bear no fruit for me. So what you here for? So I just I went from 5,000. Now I'm down to like 2,000 and something. And I still got people to get rid of. Like, no matter what anybody thinks, I really don't care about all these followers. I really don't. I ask God all the time, like, what's my purpose? And yeah, my purpose is to tell my story, because yeah, I've been through a lot of things, but I don't want to stay there. I don't want to keep talking about the same things that I went through, because to me, if you keep on talking about your story over and over and over and over and over, clearly there's something there that you're really not. I don't think you're healed all the way. Or you're either not healed all the way from it and you keep reliving it, or you're just comfortable continuously telling this story because it gets you attention. So I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. I learned a lot from my marriage. I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I need to check myself a lot of times. I learned that I'm not always right in every situation. I've messed up too. Like I said, it's so easy to point at other people and say what they did, but it's hard to kind of like sit yourself down and check yourself sometimes. And a lot of us need to do that. But like I said, I was allowing a person to come back into my life. Honey, people get on the guys all the time, talk about, oh, it's text time. Here they come. Honey, you got friends that's like that too. And this lady that I had let back in my life, I'm like, I ain't talked to you in months or whatever. Ever since I left, I ain't got no calls, no, hey, sis, how you doing? You need anything? How the kids? Nothing. But here you come talking about what you need and can I help with this or can I help with that? No, you know, you got kids just like I got kids, sis. So I'm sure that you got a little coin back. Excuse me. I'm sure you got a little coin back. I'm sure you got a little coin back because it's text time. Fuck. So you're not going to come over here and think you can get what you can get out of me, because before I moved or whatever, you knew that you could call me. And if I had it, you had it. Now, I still got a big heart. Now, I'm just more careful and more cautious of who I give access to that part of. It's nothing wrong with being a giver. Lord knows I am a giver. And there's been times I put myself in a bind just to make sure somebody else was good. Baby, there's nothing wrong with that. But, well, let me rephrase. Let me take that back a little bit. There's nothing wrong with being a giver, but don't give so much where you have nothing left for yourself. Always make sure you and your household is good first before you give to anybody. Always make sure you straight first. There's nothing wrong and there's nothing selfish about putting yourself first. So always make sure your home front is good before you try to be of service to somebody else. And also be mindful of who you give that kind of access to, because I'm not going to be here pouring into you and you're not ever pouring anything into me. You're just taking what you can get. I don't need people around me like that. So like I said, I had a lot of people that I called friend before I moved, and now I'm probably down to like 2. And that's fine, because I prefer the quality over the quantity. That's fine. I need people that I know that if shit hits the fan or if I'm going through anything, I can call them, I can vent to them and never hear my business again. I can call them and I vent about whatever, talk about whatever. If I may have a need, if they can, they got it. And I don't have to hear that from somebody else, because Lord knows it's the worst thing you could ever do to me. Please don't help me with shit if you got to go tell everybody that you helped me. Please don't do that. Please don't, because I don't want nothing from you, because I know I got to hear from Tom, Dick, Harry, and Larry that that you did this for me. If you're that kind of person, there is no loyalty in you. You're just doing something for your own selfish validation and gratification. I don't want you to do shit for me if you got to go and announce it to everybody that you did it. It wasn't from your heart. It was for attention. Keep it. I'll struggle before I ask you for anything else. Please, no. I'm on this journey. Healing does not feel good. Healing hurts, and nobody seems to really talk about that. But I'm on this journey where I'm finding myself still. Am I completely healed from everything? No. I still got a ways to go. And I'm proud of myself for how far I've come, because, baby, about 2 years ago, hell, even a year ago, I was nowhere near where I am now. There's people that have tried to come to me with information about certain things, and I used to react and be petty and be a little toxic, a little bitter about stuff, but that's not who I want to be anymore. I want to be happy. I want to have joy in my heart. I want to be a better person completely, not only for myself, but for my children. I want to be a better friend, a better woman completely. I know my husband is on the way. I'm trying to make sure that I'm right and I'm ready, because I don't want to mishandle what's for me. I don't want to do any of that. So it's pretty much like I feel like a new woman in a lot of ways. The old stuff that I used to be into and used to entertain, that's not me anymore. And like, I'm just so focused on being better. But I just wanted to really make this post, like, be mindful of the company you keep. We settle in friendships as well. We settle just to have people around us, just to say we got friends. I see videos all the time of like the big, beautiful weddings, and the bridal parties are like 15, 20 people. I'd be like, damn, I wish I liked that many people. And that's so true. And I swear for Lord, I get married again, it's probably going to be me and me and 2 bridesmaids. That's all I need. That's all I need. Hell, even if that, I don't even need that, because I'm to a place where I really don't fool with nobody. Now, I've been living in Alabama for a year and 3 months. I have not really made no friends here. I don't really want to. I don't desire to. I go to work. My coworkers are coworkers. They are not my friends. I don't need you in my personal space and in my personal business, because if shit hits the fan outside of work or we hit a rift or something, I'm not going to be uncomfortable where I make my money because you choose to bring this shit to work and be uncomfortable, and I might have to whoop your ass or something. Ain't nobody got time for that. And working in a place with women can be very petty. Everybody got everything to say. Everybody doing a lot of this. I don't have time. So call me what you want. Call me mute. Call me bougie. Call me stuck up. I go to work. I'm not here to make no friends. I'm here to clock in, do my work, get my bag, clock out, and go home. I'm not here to be your friend. I don't have nothing to discuss with you. You don't need to know my personal business. If it don't pertain to work, I ain't got nothing to say. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm still friendly or whatever, but other than that, if it doesn't pertain to work, you don't need to know nothing about my man, nothing about my children, and nothing about nothing. I'm Arlisha. I'm 35, and I work here. Hell, you don't even really need to know how old I am. I'm Arlisha and I work here. That's all you need to know. Yeah, I just want to tell people, just be mindful. Don't settle in any area of your life just to say you have a person, place, or thing. You don't have to settle. A lot of times we be over here praying for this and praying for that, and it's so much greater in store for us. We over here praying for a 2-3 bedroom apartment, and we got a whole 5-bedroom house over here if we just wait for it. But we so impatient, wanting what we want when we want it. The Lord gonna give you your own free will. You can either wait on me or go get what you want. You're gonna bump your head along the way, but don't blame me for it, because I got so much in store for you. But you over here being impatient. It's some steps you gotta take before you get where I got you. It's some stuff that you're going to have to go through before I take you where I'm taking you. I need you to go through all of this so you can learn to appreciate what it is that I have for you. Because if I give it to you prematurely, you're going to mishandle it. You're not going to do right with it. So let me hold on. I got you. I hear your prayers. I hear everything you saying. But it's just going to be a little process. You got to go through a little things. I got to throw a couple tests at you to see how you react. We sitting here praying to be millionaires and stuff. You can't even manage a text time check. It's burning a hole in your pocket. Soon as you get that deposit, you ready to go out here and spend on a bunch of stupid stuff. A lot of times we be getting $10, $11, $12,000 and ain't got a damn thing to show for it but some clothes. You out here praying to be a millionaire and you can't even manage the little bit you have. If he can't trust you with the little bit, how you gonna trust you with all of this? You're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. You praying for a big fine house and you can't even keep the little shack you got clean. Come on now. Let's do better. Let's be better since we know better. So I'm not coming on here to preach because, baby, I could keep going and going and going. But as far as your friends, as far as relationships, as far as whatever is in your life, stop settling just to say you got somebody or you got something. Because I guarantee you, if you just wait on it, pray for direction always, it's so much better out here for you. You don't have to sit here and feel like you're alone, even though you're in a room full of people because you don't fit in. You meant to stand out anyway. So me personally, Lord knows, I've never fit into no clique that I tried to fit into. It just doesn't happen. And that's okay. It don't mean you weird. It don't mean anything. You're just meant to stand out. I don't want to fit in with nobody because, baby, I'm just me. I'm a light. I'm just me. But yeah, stop settling just to say you have a person, a place, or a thing. Just stop. Because what's meant for you won't miss you at the end of the day. So I just wanted to come on here and encourage somebody somewhere that's feeling down on themselves or feeling like because they don't have all of these friends to take the girls' trips and all of this stuff and do this and do that with. Baby, take a trip by yourself. I've done it several times. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Had an amazing time. I have learned to love my own company. Hell, I even take myself on dates. Took myself out. I take myself out to dinner, go have a drink by myself, sit right at the table by myself. I could care less about the people that's walking by looking. I'm okay with my own company. I love my own company. I have learned to love myself. I set the standard of how I want someone else to love me because I love myself. And I'm not going to let you play with me or handle me any kind of way because, baby, I'm worthy. You know my worth, too. You just hope I don't, but I do. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on here and encourage somebody. Y'all know I be doing my big sis talks and stuff like that. So whatever I go through, I'm very transparent. It's not a problem for me to come on here and lift y'all up a little bit. So I love y'all. I hope y'all had an amazing Monday. I hope the rest of your week is amazing. And as I always say, baby, if it don't affect your pay, don't let it affect your day.